Listen up.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Kel.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome aboard. It is the Thursday podcast with Lucy. Hello, Lucy.
Hello, Kelvin.
And it is also the Thursday podcast with Casey in spirit.
Mate, that's cracked.
It's great to have Casey on board, who's not actually here, but enjoying her honeymoon, but still has things like this to say to Lucy.
Oh my gosh, Lucy, you're glowing. You look so good.
Yeah.
Just those little...
I need that. I miss it so much.
Little voice records she left you just to make you feel that little bit better while she's away.
You know what I miss a lot? She makes the best coffees. So much so, I used to be a coffee snob and only like coffees from coffee shops. Now she makes the best coffee. I like her coffees and I don't like coffee shop coffees. So she's ruined coffees for me.
And she knows it too, because you investigated maybe learning how to make a coffee here on the machine in the kitchenette of the light, and she refused to let you know how it works because she wants to hold that
over me.
Over you.
She knows whilst she has that over me, she'll always have employment.
So I bought you a coffee today. It's still not as good as Casey's coffees.
No, I like hers better than the coffees. Don't tell anyone.
Oh, well, you've told everybody because you're on the podcast.
Don't tell the coffee shop near us because I do love those guys so much. But also,
I'm pretty sure, and I know I'm going out on a limb here, I'm pretty sure they don't listen to the podcast.
I think the owner does.
I think you're fine.
I think the owner does.
Do you? Yeah. The owner of that particular...
I love Tony.
Tony?
Yeah.
Is it? If Tony's listening, Tony, if you're listening, let Lucy know next time she drives through the drive-through that you're a fan of the podcast.
Oh, I can imagine.
I can't imagine because I don't think they are.
I will say this, they do the best coffee in Melbourne.
Aside from Casey.
Casey as well. Imagine if Casey worked there. Oh, man, that's just too good.
Casey would have the personality type to work as a barista and also has the energy, gives the energy of somebody that has had 16 coffees.
Yeah, she does. She really does. Yeah. And she doesn't really drink them. It's all natural energy.
She has the least amount of sugars and chemicals and colorings I've seen any human being have inside of them, and yet she operates like all she does is live on jelly beans.
Yet also, healthiest girl you've ever met, scans every food, only puts natural organic things in her body, only wears 100% cotton clothes like she's that, yet at her wedding, served pizza. So I just feel a little hypocritical.
I like that too.
Unless it was organic pizza and I didn't know.
Oh, maybe it was.
Oh, it was good. I'll tell you why that was good. They had a pizza van and it was great because, you know, sometimes if you're at a wedding and they serve you a meal, you're still a bit hungry. Pizza van, we just kept going back. We ate so much pizza. We ate our body weight in pizza that night and we weren't hungry because we were so full.
Lucy would go off and grab some pizza and then about 10 minutes later she'd look over at the line and be like, you go off and get me some more pizza.
Yep.
And I was like, okay. It
was great.
No, pizza at the wedding was a nice twist.
Was great.
And the weather was great too. Can I say something about the weather? I know if you know, then you know. But if you don't know, we broadcast. If the podcast is the only thing you access about Lucy and Kel, we broadcast out of the city of Melbourne in Australia. And the weather is always a topic of conversation because it's always all over the joint, the weather in Melbourne. It is 4 seasons in one day, famously. Not known for the greatest weather in this region of Australia.
Yep.
That is for our brothers and sisters in Queensland and over in Western Australia. They always have the great weather.
Yeah.
But I can say reliably that on a day like today, as we record the Thursday podcast, when Melbourne has good weather, it's one of the greatest places to be.
Oh,
Good
I
weather
agree.
in Melbourne.
I agree.
There's nothing like good weather in Melbourne. The trees, blue sky, the sunshine. It is a fantastic looking day out there today.
It is a stunning place to live. You know what I love about Melbourne? The city, the Yarra, the beaches, the Yarra Valley. It's got everything. Beautiful. It's got sea change. It's got tree change. It's got a gorgeous city with a beautiful river running through it, with a few bikes in the river. Doesn't matter.
We live near the delightful part of the world known as the Yarra Valley, and you have just triggered something in me, and I cannot believe I have never made this connection. But the Yarra Valley is the valley of which the Yarra goes through and ends up being the Yarra that we know and love in the city. This is very specific to people who have been to Melbourne. If you know the Yarra in the city, you don't want to go into that part of the Yarra in the city. But I just realised the Yarra Valley, is that indeed the Yarra River going through that valley? And that's why we call it the Yarra Valley? Have for the life of me, I don't know why I had never made that connection.
Yeah, of course.
Of course it's the Yarra River.
Where it
How am I
goes.
not made that
The
connection.
Yarra goes through everywhere and then through Warburton.
The Yarra goes through everywhere. I don't know if it goes through everywhere.
Well, the Yarra is the heartbeat of Melbourne.
We don't know enough about the place that we've grown up and lived in. I
Where
don't even know where the
does
Yarra
the
starts.
Well, it starts at Port Phillip Bay, doesn't it?
No, that's where it ends. It ends brown and polluted. Are you going to tell me where it starts? That's the thing I want to know.
I can tell you that.
All right.
But I just want to say, I thought the Yarra River was just one river, but it's like veins. It goes everywhere.
It all sources from different parts of Victoria all the way down into the brown polluted end it is in the city.
Okay, well, here we go. Here is your answer, my friend.
Where does the Yarra River start?
From its source in the Yarra Ranges, it flows 242 kilometres west through the Yarra Valley, which opens out into plains as it winds its way through Greater Melbourne before emptying into Hobson's Bay in the northernmost part of Port Phillip Bay.
There we go. I know more now. So the Yarra Ranges is where it starts.
Yeah.
The Yarra Valley is what it goes through.
Yeah.
And then it ends in the city next to the docklands, which is empty.
Yeah.
And has the big wheel that is broken. Well, the more you know.
There you go. We never knew this, did we? We never knew it. Amazing. It's,
I have no doubt that you could potentially just grab a canoe, start in the Yarra Ranges, end up all the way back down in the city.
The river's source is a series of swamps in the upper reaches of the Yarra Ranges National Park. It's next to the Mount Baw Plateau, but you cannot get to it. Only employees of Melbourne Water can get to the first bit. But where does the first bit come from?
Well, it has to be some sort of
It's
lake.
like under the earth?
Well, maybe.
But then if there's a lake, who populates that water if it's running constantly through Melbourne?
Well, what you just said to me is, this is what you've just said to me.
I don't understand water.
You've said it ends in the city. It moves through the Yarra Valley.
Yeah.
But where it
Warburton.
begins, only official council members are allowed to go. Like, we, the public, are not allowed to go where it begins. And you know what that says to me? Something's going on that they don't want us to know about. Why aren't we allowed to see where the Yarra starts?
I don't know.
That is deeply concerning that I cannot get in my car and drive to where the Yarra starts. What are they hiding?
I don't know. And I
This
don't
is actually
understand
turning into a podcast.
It doesn't make any sense. Rivers and things don't make sense to me because I don't understand if the water isn't coming from the ocean into there.
No,
then they're not going from there the other way. But where does that water start from?
From my year 8 geography, mostly rivers start at the top of a mountain. So,
why? Where does that water come
because
from?
it rains on the top of the mountain.
So rivers are all rain?
Yeah, rains at the top of the mountain, comes down the mountain, forms into rivers, from the mountain, down through the valleys, into the lower reaches of wherever, i.e. the city of Melbourne, out into the bay. I don't think they ever come up the mountain. I don't think I've ever seen a river moving up the mountain.
No, but I assume maybe there was a source under the earth that just kept
Well, there
chugging
could be
out
a spring.
water. That's what I thought, but where does that water come from?
Well,
See?
they call it the Yarra Springs.
No, they don't. There's no Yarra Springs.
Well, we don't know what there is because we're not
There's
allowed to go
Hepburn
there.
Springs.
I know. I'm just saying we don't know what the Yarra is because we don't know where it begins.
I don't get it.
No one's ever been.
I
Except
don't
two
get it.
members of the
I
council.
don't get it at all. And also, it's fresh water, obviously, and then it goes out into the ocean, and then it becomes salt water.
If you've been to the city, it ain't fresh water.
Not fresh water.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
We're going to continue now to talk about the end of school. It's happening on a lot of different levels at the moment. We are fast into almost, the beginnings of November, but we won't be long before November's done, December's on the way, and then we're wrapping up primary school, we're wrapping up secondary school, and a lot of year 11s and 12s are wrapping up all of their exams in the next week or so, Luce.
I know.
So
it's all coming to an end.
If you're a primary or secondary school educator, your job is almost done for the year. And that brings around a very special time of year for Lucy, something that she very much enjoys and something that the teachers very much deserve.
Gift time.
Gift giving to your favourite primary and secondary school teachers. It's a great time of year.
I often think about these teachers every year. They must take in a big box. They get around 30 gifts, many the same. What do they do with it all? There's so much stuff they get given.
Is there two different levels of gift giving when it comes to a primary or secondary school teacher? Are there gifts from the parents, i.e. a bottle of wine, or are there gifts from the kids, i.e. stuff they made at home? Or is there something in between?
Well, this is the thing. I don't have high school kids, so I don't know what you do. And you have lots of teachers. Does that mean lots of gifts? Or do you just go, oh, this is my favourite, so she gets the gift?
Well, maybe I'm not in the right area. Maybe it tops out at primary school. Maybe only primary school teachers are getting gifts.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to ask that as well as part of the question. But I do know that every single year I get excited about making a gift for the teacher that my daughter has. My daughter has been very blessed in her 5 years at her school because every teacher has been extraordinary and we've loved every teacher. So it's been very easy to buy a lovely gift for every teacher.
That's excellent.
This year I'm ahead of the curve. I had a custom-made lanyard printed and it has arrived in the mail. I hope her teacher's not listening.
I'm going to give you a round of applause. And unless I've missed something, when I hear the word lanyard, I think of something that I have hanging off my keys that helps me get into the building. So you might want to describe to me what a lanyard is.
Yeah, that's not a lanyard.
Okay,
you put a lanyard onto the bit that swipes to get you into the building.
Right. A keyring accessory.
A cord that goes around your neck.
Right.
And then there's a really big cool thing on it that you can attach things to it.
Great.
And because Charlot's teacher, I really hope she's not listening, because Charlot's teacher this year is just the most sparkly, bright, vivacious, gorgeous, magically unicorny kind of teacher, I've got her this gorgeous lanyard and it's got like a disco ball.
Great.
And it has her teacher's name personalised on the disco ball.
Now I see what you're doing.
And then she can attach to it a swipe, keys, a fob.
It's practical and personal.
That's right.
It's very much like a primary school teacher.
Because I feel like we're all personalising stuff these days.
You say that with a look on your face like you're absolutely sure this is a thing.
Yeah. But I feel like I know everyone's worried about having to get presents for teachers. I know there's lots of candles. I know there's lots of mugs.
Candles would be huge.
I know there's lots of things that say, thank you for helping them grow. And it's like a pot plant.
Pot plants would be big too.
Yeah. Chocolates.
Lots of chocolates. And lots of... Do the kids make something as well? Lots of homemade stuff?
I don't think so.
Homemade cards for the teacher?
Yeah, maybe a homemade card, but I think the mums and dads are buying things.
And of course, and I'm probably just projecting here, but I just think a bottle of wine.
No, I don't.
For the teachers.
I've never bought a teacher anything
They've essentially
like that.
babysat your kids for an entire year. They'd eat something. Maybe just some cash.
They may
just
not.
Cash in an envelope. Just saying thank you so much.
Just cold hard cash.
Yeah. If I was a primary school teacher.
I just want to know. I'm done. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm so excited. I'm all organised.
When are you going to give? Is this the last day?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to have to wait for another month or so.
Yeah, last day. But I want to just be ahead of the curve. I don't want to be left going, oh, what do I get? And then going to Kmart.
I'm sure a lot of people...
Not that there's anything wrong with Kmart, but I do feel like all the teachers are getting the same stuff from Kmart.
I'm sure a lot of people have this energy. And I'd say two sides of the coin here for this question. You're either going to be giving a present to a primary school teacher or a teacher at secondary school. We're not sure where it tops out, or maybe you are an educator of kids. Maybe you can regale us with some of the great gifts you've received.
Maybe you could tell us the greatest gift you received as a teacher, thus letting us know what teachers really want. Christy and Berwick goes, I organised other parents in the past to put in for some personalised bunting for the teachers. Unique and practical, and they all loved them. And she sent me a photo of the bunting, and Kel's looking at me like he doesn't know what bunting is.
I know what bunting is. So it's kind of stuff you can put up around the classroom that has their name on it.
Yeah, and it's all in the triangles, but it's personalised, made out of fabric, and it says, one she sent says Mrs. Costello. Oh. So the teacher could hang it in the room for the year, and it would look beautiful.
Yeah, personalised decoration of the classroom.
I like that. Personalised bunting. Different, unique. I like it.
Not what they were expecting.
Melody in Wanturna South texts in, morning, Luce and Kel. I love giving our teachers a card that supports education projects in communities that face barriers like poverty. Organisations like Tear Fund have beautiful charity gift cards. They don't add to the junk pile and they do something meaningful and useful. I reckon teachers would love that.
That's good. That's good stuff.
That's really lovely. Angela says, I did a fresh fruit basket for the school office and the childcare staff was well received by all. Your book of your child's choice and a personalised message. The teacher can read it in future classes. That's a great idea. Your child chooses a great book they think the teacher would like to read to the next class.
Oh, right. Okay, so
and
not
also,
a book that they would read on holidays.
No.
A book that
like
they
the
would
kid
present
goes,
to the class next year.
Yeah, that's great. Also, Angela, mad props and 10 out of 10 for doing a fresh fruit basket for the school office and the other staff, because I do know I have had other texts from other people who work in those departments and they get forgotten. And it would be hard every year working in a school full time and then you see a teacher walk past with thousands of gifts and you've got nothing just because your role is not front facing to the children.
Maybe you're a support worker. Maybe you're into sort of... won't somebody think of the PE teachers? They probably don't have a class of kids, but they're teaching all the kids throughout the school.
Do you know what? I feel like I should do that now. I've never done that. I think I might do that.
Okay,
I'm going to do that.
that's good. You're going to do what?
I'm going to
Get a present for
do a
every-
basket of stuff for the
Lovely.
school office.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that because they're all really lovely.
Just a
Because I'm the
basket
mum
of
who always
mangoes and grapes.
I'm the mum who always rings up going, what, where do I go? What do I do? And then I forget things, and so
Oh.
I feel like they all know me.
The receptionist at a primary school.
Oh, yeah. Our receptionist at mine
lifeblood.
is a light listener. Rose in Ivanhoe says, when I was a preschool teacher, the best gifts were when a group of parents pulled together and got a voucher.
It's pretty close to what I said, just
Well,
an envelope full of cash.
Let's go to the phones because we have 3 teachers who've all weighed in, and I think we're going to hear a theme here. We have Heather in Laverton, first of all. Hello, Heather.
Hi, good morning.
Good to have you on board, Heather. Now, can you reveal what year level you're a primary school teacher of?
So I have been primary and secondary.
Excellent. Do you feel like primary school teachers get more love than the secondary when it comes to presents at the end of the year?
Yes, absolutely.
Have you got some highlights as far as gifts you've been given?
Definitely the voucher. So when kids pull together and do a great big card and all draw on it and all write their name and then you get a voucher, it means you can get something that you would like or that you need yourself and nothing goes to waste.
Heather, I think you've struck upon something that we don't quite forward think. I'm sure Lucy has, but yes, 1 vanilla scented candle is great. 23 vanilla scented
Is a
candles
lot.
is too many. So again,
There's only so many vanilla scented candles a teacher can have.
Heather's leaning gift voucher. Are we listening, everybody?
That's good. Juliet in Edith Vale, one of our favourites, also a teacher. Good morning.
Good morning, Lucy. Morning, Kel.
Do you agree?
I think we do get a lot of candles. I've actually had some of your personal candles that you've made, and they are next level.
Oh, thank you. You should be happy
I
with
got some
that.
of your candles.
Juliet
Thank
is not
you.
a station sponsor.
Thank you.
Juliet. But candles, guaranteed to get candles. Is there anything else that was a highlight?
As people have been saying, anything personalised is really beautiful. Like the kids will go out of their way to write beautiful things, or the parents will go out of their way to get something personalised. That's really nice as well, or to get your name on something, or they've written a lovely message, or they've all put in together. So it's really lovely that they do the personalised things.
I think that's nice. My mother was a primary school teacher, and I do understand you put a lot of time and effort into the report cards and talking to the parents about their kids.
Yes.
To receive a letter from
Yep.
the parents about you, the teacher, I think would be a nice touch.
Yeah.
Because you're always pouring out about their kids, and maybe if the families pour back into the primary school teacher. It's a thankless job being
Yep.
a primary school teacher
Yep.
sometimes, and they deserve a bit of a bonus at the end of the year.
The Lucy and Kel podcast. You're going to love this next bit. Oh, spoiler alert.
It's time, Light Family, for you to help me out in solving a mystery. Now, it might not be a mystery. It might be very obvious, the answer. It's a mystery to me. A mystery to me. And it might not be a big mystery, but I don't understand, and I need somebody to solve this mystery for me.
Watch me solve it in one
Maybe
minute.
Lucy's already
Watch
solved
me
it by
solve it.
Lucy was involved in this mystery. We went walking yesterday. Lucy and I have decided now that the weather is, well, I was going to say the weather's getting better.
It's debatable.
In patches. The weather sometimes is okay in the afternoon, or like this morning, a beautiful weather for walking. Look, blue skies, sunshine. Who wouldn't want a brisk? Hello to the sir, just there, walking his dog. It's quite literally somebody walking their dog past the window here of the studios in Mitcham. Why wouldn't you go for a walk when spring is at its best? So yesterday, Lucy and I decided to take the dogs for a walk. And sometimes we decide where to go. Sometimes the dogs decide whether they turn left or right. We have one dog that decides when it's decided it stops walking.
Yeah.
And Lucy has to carry it.
Yeah. She's only 3 kilo though, so she's tiny.
She is the size of a small handbag, so that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we are walking. We're walking around the neighbourhood. It's all wonderful. It's about school's out, so it's about 3:30, 3:35.
Yeah.
Yesterday afternoon, a lot of compliments about the dogs and how cute they are.
Lots of kids going, love your dogs, lady.
And that gives Lucy life.
I'm like, thank you so much, children.
And then she congratulates the dogs on being cute.
I said, good job, girls. People are noticing you. Keep it up. It's all true. It's all happened.
This is all happening on our walk. And as we walk around, now I'm going to say this might be a mystery that's very easy to solve, but I just couldn't get my head around what was going on. So as we're walking around, and we are walking around the school area, I will say. Not directly next to the school, like even just down the road from the school. We are walking and we come across a set of blue footprints. Now they're not just footprints made by some human. They've been painted onto the footpath.
Yeah.
2 sets of footprints that are blue.
Yeah.
a left shoe and a right shoe. And I would go so far as to say they haven't been painted by a child. It's not some sort of art experiment from the primary school. It feels like an official, somebody in a high-vis vest has painted blue footprints on the footpath.
Yeah.
And we thought, that's interesting. That must mean something. And even I stopped and put my feet where the feet had been painted on the footpath.
It was just
and I felt
weird
like,
they
well,
were
I'm doing
random.
whatever it is I'm supposed to be
We're
doing.
in like a court. It was a court
Yeah.
that went nowhere at a footpath, and there was blue footprints up the court.
And then a little bit later on,
Near
there
a
was some
school.
more blue footprints.
But then
it got even spookier
Yeah.
because we went for a bit more of a walk and we walked past the school and then we started to double back. And on the other side of the road, green footprints.
yeah, and then
Same size, same structure, as if they'd been spray painted onto the footpath,
Yeah.
but they were green. And if that wouldn't blow your mind, blue and green footprints.
no, purple and green at one point.
Later on.
And then like peach green and purple, all like footprints with a different heel colour to a toe colour.
So the heel is yellow,
Yeah, the
and the
toe was
foot pad is
purple.
purple, and now they're just, as Lucy's mum would like to say, now they're just having a laugh. Now it's just
like,
footprints of multicolours.
What? I don't know. And do you know what, Kat?
And we didn't bother to ask anyone.
Well, who would we ask? The kids?
Well, there was a crossing guard.
I know.
A little ways away from the school, and I felt for a second you were going to go, hey, by the way.
I really did.
But then you decided against it. Now, two things could have happened. Then Lucy and I didn't mention it to each other for the rest of the night. We just held on to this little mystery. I thought to myself, I'm going to talk about it on the show this morning, and either one of two things has happened. Lucy's completely forgotten about it until this point that I've mentioned it, or she's Googled overnight and found the answer. I don't believe, by the look on your face, I don't believe you've Googled for an answer.
I've Googled.
Don't?
No,
Okay.
listen, I've Googled. I can't even find an answer.
Oh, good.
I can't even find footprints on footpaths. What
So,
does it mean?
still
There's
a mystery.
nothing.
So the way this continues to be a mystery is if this is just connected to the primary school for some reason. And we might have to go and talk to the principal. Unless this is a normal thing, and maybe somebody that works for the council or somebody that wears a high-vis vest and works on the roads a bit might know what on earth is going on. Blue footprints going one way, green footprints going the other way,
Yeah.
and then just to make things confusing, multicoloured footprints.
Yeah. And Salvatore says could be graffiti violations.
Well, it's fairly
It's not Salvatore.
fairly specific graffiti on the footpath, and I don't know
not.
what they're trying to tell
No,
us.
it definitely looks like a bright idea from a council.
Nice try, Salvatore. We don't believe it's graffiti.
Karen goes, I thought it was a school-related thing, maybe the school colours. She goes, but the multiple colours threw me. Now I don't know, and now I need to know, says Karen.
It could be house colours.
It's not. Why would you have a blue footprint 14 streets away from a school?
I don't think it was 14, but I see what you're saying.
It was a long
It's
way
a long
away. It was
way to sort of
nowhere near
line
the
up in your
school. It
house
was a
colours.
10-minute walk
No,
away
I
from
get
the
that.
school. And
Unless
the-
it was some sort of scavenger hunt, but then you ask the question, is the school allowed to deface?
I don't think
The
it was the
footpath.
school. Why
Yeah.
do you all think it's the school?
That's the only thing I think I can connect it to.
There was no footprints heading into the school.
We're getting fired up.
Jowd says, hi, Lucy and Jell. I'm trying to picture it in my head, but the only idea I've got was it for Halloween? No, they're old. They're worn. They've been there a long time.
And they were decidedly unspooky. They weren't spooky.
There was bright yellow ones at a crossing.
There was yellow ones at the crossing. I must have missed those ones.
Where the
Oh, now there's
lollipop lady
yellow
was.
as well.
There was bright yellow ones at the crossing.
Oh, the mystery
And there was
deepens.
blue in the court, and then there was green ones near a school.
So no one knows. That's
no one
fine.
knows, but I will say this. I did Google something.
Okay, well, is this what AI says?
No, this is what happened in another council.
All right, so
Yeah.
somewhere in the country that we live of Australia.
The next council down the road.
All right,
My
great.
mates.
Let's not go with AI then. Let's go with what you've got.
So Maroondah Council, which is the council we border with, we're not in Maroondah. I know Maroondah Council. Good friends of Maroondah Council, I am. The fact is, Maroondah, apparently years ago, I see this article was from 2017. A Maroondah Council spray painted yellow footprints on footpaths to get people walking. And they mapped out 22 walking trails around their council area with yellow footprints. So maybe our council got wind of that and has copied them.
You know what we didn't do? We didn't follow the footprints. That's what we should have done.
Well, maybe we
should
need
have
to
followed
do
the
that.
footprints
Yeah.
to see where we ended up.
Yeah.
We're not very good investigators, are we? We see something mysterious and we're like,
What did AI say?
we'll Google it when we get
What
home.
did AI say?
I've shut it down. I'm shut down. AI said that I was great and what a great question it was to ask.
How great are
and
you?
how interesting I am as a person to ask such a great question. That's what AI said. Oh, well, we may never know the answer to the mystery of the blue, green, yellow and multicoloured footprints.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
The Lucy and Kel for Breakfast program has a text messaging service. Some people just call it text. I call it a text messaging service.
It's just the program you text us. It's on my screen.
Or the TMS. And people text into the show. I would say 93% of texts coming through to us are meant for us. There is a small percentage of texts, and this has happened over many years, people texting the show accidentally. So what happens is they might text through to have a chat to Lucy and Kel for breakfast, and then the next text they send is to somebody else, but they send it back to us.
Yeah.
And over the many years, we've had a lot of
So many
cheeky laughs of people texting messages to their loved ones and their friends or their school principal or whatever it is.
Anything and everything.
We get an insight into the inner workings and relationships of the Light family. All have been fine. I can't remember a time where we've read a text message and gone, ooh.
Yeah, no, never a bad
shouldn't
one.
have seen that one.
No.
They've all been fine. All been very innocuous.
I've had a few like, I love you, baby, and then, oh, sorry, that was my husband. Those ones. Nice ones.
We had one earlier this morning from the delightful Jodie, and she was fine with us airing her text messages, not to us. They were sent to us, but they were meant for a friend. It was a Facebook memory of some children dressing up as characters from Greece.
Yep.
And then we played a bit of Olivia Newton-John to signify that.
We loved that.
But last night, and we have permission from the individual, last night at about 7:45 last night, as the best of Lucy and Kel was being aired across Melbourne, we received a voicemail that wasn't for us. We listened to it this morning. We contacted the deliverer of that voicemail. They are aware that they have sent this to the wrong place.
Yes, they sent it and they said, sorry, that wasn't for you.
That wasn't for you. Please disregard the message I left for you. Like most voicemails, it does go on a bit.
Yeah.
It's a
I have a
stream.
feeling it was a message from this guy, who I don't even know his name because his name hasn't popped up, but I believe it was to his mechanic.
We have texted the number. We have explained to them what we're doing and they're fine with it.
We said, can we play your voicemail on air? And they said, sure. Why not? Lols.
There's a few highlights. We'll play the whole, well, not the whole message. I've cut it down a little bit, but here's most of what was sent to Lucy and Kel for breakfast. And it actually isn't meant for us in the first place.
Lately, it's been making a random kind of rotational metallic sound on the freeway, like at freeway speeds, like a... And then just today, I noticed when I was braking, I could hear a metallic grinding sound, like a... But it didn't happen every time I was braking. It only happens randomly. But it's very, very noticeable when it happens. And it's concerningly loud when it does. And it's coming exclusively from the right front wheel.
Firstly, thank you to the individual that allowed us to play that voicemail.
Yeah.
Secondly, I had a bit of an out-of-body experience realising what my mechanic feels when I'm trying to explain to him what's wrong with my car.
Yeah.
And just standing there listening to somebody explain what's wrong with their car.
Yeah.
I think thirdly, we all love the sound effects.
Yeah.
I might be able to play
Just
my
that
favourite
first one. It's so
I think
good.
just a little bit of... Just a little bit
I love that. I love that he sent his mechanic a message and he's like...
My car sounds like a car from the Jetsons. Could you fix it, please?
Oh, and then his other sound effect was good when he goes, there's like a low... That was a good sound effect
We all
too.
do it. We all do it. Not a message that was meant for us. Lucy and I still
that was funny.
are unable to let this individual know what's wrong with their car.
No.
And then 2 weeks, and this is the thing. If she had not responded to that message, 2-3 weeks would have gone by, and then this individual would have been like, why has my mechanic not gotten back to me about the sound effects
Well,
I
I
was
think
making?
he clicked.
Yeah.
He clicked already before we even told him.
But that's the thing that you find when you receive the incorrect text messaging. Like if somebody messages you to your phone, sometimes you know who they are because it's a family member or a friend and they're supposed to be texting somebody else in the family. But sometimes it's just random out of the blue. They've just missed a number and you get a text message and it makes absolutely no sense at all.
Have you ever sent the wrong one to the wrong person?
I think I've sent, just innocent things like I'll say that I love you because you got to understand the way Kel operates, there's only one number in my phone. It's Lucy.
Yeah.
I don't text anybody else. I don't receive texts from anybody else.
He doesn't
numbers will
save
come
numbers.
up and I'll be like, who's this number?
I'll be
And
like,
Lucy will be like, that's your mum's number. So it doesn't happen very often. I think back in the day, maybe I've accidentally told my sister Jackie that I love her very much.
Yeah.
With a little teddy bear emoji, and
Yeah.
that was meant for you.
Okay.
But I could count on, maybe that's happened once in my
Yeah.
life.
Can I tell you one I
And
did?
also, I like my sister a lot too. I love her as well. So she deserves a teddy bear every now and then.
Can I tell you one that I have done?
Yes.
It was years ago, before our boss is our boss. There was someone on air here and they'd done something wrong on air. And so I was texting our direct boss to say, hey, this person did this on air, just to need to let you know. Instead of sending it to the boss, I was thinking about the person that did it and I sent it to that person. And so they knew I was informing the boss that they'd done XYZ on air.
I hope you were nice about it.
Yeah. Then I realised I'd sent it to the person I was talking about, and then
And you died.
I died 1,000 deaths, and I did own it, and I apologised. The ironic thing, that person is now my boss,
Oh, really?
and I don't know if he remembers.
I think we all know, and I love you desperately, and you are my darling wife, but your energy is, teacher, somebody's doing something wrong. That is a bit of your energy.
mean.
That is a bit of your energy. So, and now that person is in charge of your career and your financial
that
future.
person I dobbed on at the time was below me and now is above me.
It
and
probably has never forgotten.
I don't know if he remembers it. I've never asked because I felt so bad. Debbie has said, I remember once I got a message from someone I know raving on and on about their day. I found it amusing. And so she's screenshotted it and sent it off to another friend.
Which is not something you should really do.
It's what everyone does. Every woman screenshots conversations
Hey,
and sends it to her friends.
Look at this wrong text message I just got. However,
Anyway, she screenshotted it and then she sent it back to the original person, which is the biggest giveaway. Anyway, she goes on her text to say I had to eat humble pie and explain why I was forwarding the message at the beginning. Listen, everybody, I know a lot of women. I know a lot of women. We screenshot stuff and we send it to a group chat and go, look at this. And I know a lot of people in my life have screenshotted it and then sent it back to the person. And then once you get a screenshot, you know that person is having a chat about you. It's the worst feeling.
Hey, come over here, guys. Guys, just come over here. You need to know. If you've got a girlfriend or if you've got a wife or a delightful partner, you need to know something. All their girlfriends already know everything. They know it all. You think you got secrets, you don't. The girl squad know everything. So I think, as you said, it's normal for the ladies to be like, I'm going to take this information to 16 other people.
Yeah.
But to send it back to the person who sent it to you in the first place on mistake.
Yeah, that's the worst. Because as soon as that person got the screenshot, they knew she'd done the wrong thing.
She had to apologise to a person she's never met before.
I once received a screenshot of my own text back to me from someone once. And I remember going, she's sending this to someone.
To everybody.
Yeah, and then she's not a friend anymore.
Moral of the story, be careful who you text.
Just be careful who you text. Karen goes, oh dear, this brings back a memory of horror. I was meant to text you about why time was flying, and I said I thought the end of the world was happening, and I texted a number. I still have no idea today who it was. I blocked the number because I was so embarrassed.
I think a lot of that would happen. I think a lot of people would be responding to our show.
Well, I bet.
And
See, our
sending it to
text
random
number is
people.
0428 899 899. So I wonder, like, if you go 0429 899 899, I wonder if there's someone who gets texts for the light all the time, talk topics, because one number's wrong.
They'd have to change the number. They'd either be a bolted-on listener by now because they wanted to investigate what this radio station was all about, or they would be just over the light so much that they could never listen again.
And Mike says, I used to reply to wrong texts because once I used my number with job-seeking companies, but he goes, they're always scammers now. Like, you know, hey, guess what? You can make $200 an hour fully remote. Just give me all your bank details.
Or maybe, like you suggested, maybe they've gotten to the point where they're pretending to send the wrong text to somebody just to get into a conversation with you. Then grab all your bank details.
018 on the text said, I once talked to a wrong number for an hour and a half. I want to know more about that. You can't just drop that text in and not tell me.
What on earth are you talking about?
What? What did you talk about to a stranger?
The Lucy and Kel Podcast.
And dare I say, at the end of another successful podcast, thank you to Lucy.
You're very welcome.
And thank you to Casey,
Whoop, whoop.
who should be back here on Monday, we believe. So only one podcast between Lucy reuniting with her bestie, Casey, our producer. That's going to be quite the podcast
Oh, yeah.
when Casey comes back next week. I won't get a word in. It'll just be we'll just call it the Lucy and Casey podcast.
I'm so excited to see her. I missed her.
Tomorrow is our final podcast of the week. If you'd like to get into contact with us, what would people need to do, Luce?
Just track me down somehow, somewhere. I'm on socials. I'm everywhere. Just send me messages. We will find you somehow. There's email addresses. There's websites. There's everything. It's not hard.
It's not hard. In fact...
Mate, that's cracked.
Yeah, cracked is good. Cooked is bad.
Cracked is great. That's the things that we know. And also we know that we want to thank you very much for being a part of this particular podcast. We hope you enjoy a whatever time of the day it is for you right now. And until we meet again, everybody!
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Well, that's all for now. But you can download more podcasts anytime or catch Lucy and Kel live weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on 89.9 The Light.
This is the end bit. This is the end bit.
Woo!
This is the end bit of the show.
And bit.